Hey, I'm AmyInABox, and today I'm going to be talking about Lysithea from Fire Emblem Three Houses. This is meant to help inform you all about Lysithea. This video is split into three sections. The first section is going to talk about Lysithea in battle and her best classes. The second section will talk about Lysithea without spoilers, and the last will talk about Lysithea with spoilers. If you want to go to a specific section right now, I'll leave timestamps on the screen and in the description below. Alright, without further ado, I present Lysithea. Lysithea is definitely directed into a magical class from the beginning of the game. With a weakness in sword, lance, and axe, she's gonna have a hard time even getting into a class with a weapon. She does have a budding talent in swords, which, if unlocked, gives her the combat art Soul Blade. This is actually really good for her. Soul Blade is a magic attack, and its might is increased based on the unit's res. Unfortunately, her res isn't that great and has a growth rate of 25%. Also, her strength is, awful? Oh, I guess I should mention this now. She's the worst HP, strength, and defense growth in the whole game. She also has a weakness in heavy armor. Though with all these downsides, she has a plethora of strengths, these being reason, faith, and authority. She will have an easy time getting into Germagari and getting a good gambit. Now for spells. She has 5 faith and reason spells, so let's start with reason. Her first spell is Miasma and has 5 might and has 10 uses. It's basic and that's about it. Nothing really special. Her next spell, though, is Electricity Plus, Swarm. This spell will inflict -5 speed on the foe, so if you're about to get doubled, this is a pretty good option. At C, she gets Luna. Luna ignores the enemy's res, so it's really good against mages. At B, she gets what she's most iconic for, Dark Spikes. It may seem weird, but if you have seen Lysithea do anything based with the Death Knight, well, most of the time, it's Lysithea wrecking the Death Knight. Dark Spikes does double damage to cavalry foes. Wouldn't you know it, the Death Knight is a cavalry, so the meme lives on. Her final spell is Hades, pretty much a very powerful reason attack. Faith spells. Her first is Heal. Do you want me to elaborate? It's in the title, you heal an ally unit. Next, Nosferatu. It's a basic white magic attack. You heal for half the damage you deal. At C, she gets Seraphim. This attack doubles the damage to beasts, so it's crazy strong in the final health bar, which is usually super high. At B, she gets Warp, which allows her to warp an adjacent ally to a spot in a certain range. This range is increased upon the magic stat, so since Lysithea has a very high magic, she has the largest warp range out of any character in the game. At A, she gets Abraxas, which is basically a hard-hitting faith attack. With all of this in mind, it seems best to put her in Monk, Mage, Warlock, Germagari, or Monk, Priest, Bishop, Germagari. Either way, she's a beast as a magic unit. Well, that went on for a while, so let's talk about her backstory, without spoilers. Lysithea was born on the 28th of the Pegasus moon, or February 28th for us, of the imperial year 1164. She is the firstborn child of House Ordelia, making her the heir to the house. She joins the Officers' Academy when she's 15 years old, making her the youngest student in the monastery. She is part of the Golden Deer House. Her interests involve magic and tactics research, and eating sweets secretly. She likes, well, sweets, cute things, and lilies. She dislikes being treated like a child, anything physically laborious, ghosts, and bitter foods. Alright, now that we have the basics of her out of the way, we're about to get into some spoilers. So leave now if you don't want any spoilers about Lysithea. I'll give you a few seconds. Alright, I'm going to assume the people that are hearing this want to hear what I'm going to say next. So let's get going. After the Empire's rebellion, which House Ordelia was involved in, mysterious mages came to the house and took all of the house's children. These people are known as those who slither in the dark. They performed blood rituals on them, and one by one the children died. All but Lysithea. One day, Lysithea woke up and found her hair turned white. The mages rejoiced, and a quick test later showed that Lysithea had gotten another crest. The mages also informed her that her lifespan was greatly shortened. This is the story of how she got both of her crests, the minor crest of Charon and the major crest of Gloucester. But she never tells us if she was born with a crest. So there's 3 sides of the story. The people who think she was born crestless and gained both crests in the experiment. The people who think she was born with the minor crest of Charon and got the crest of Gloucester in the experiments, and the people who think she was born with the crest of Gloucester and got the minor crest of Charon from the experiments. You can look more into this if you want, but in my opinion, I think she was born with the minor crest of Charon, and that is how she didn't die. You see, when these children of the houses were probably all commoners, meaning they didn't have a crest. And if they did, they wouldn't, they're commoners. But since Lysithea was of noble birth, she had a minor crest already. And since they were injecting 2 bloods into these children, they were all getting 2 major crests and they couldn't contain their power. But Lysithea only had a minor and a major, making her live. But that's just my opinion. I would recommend you look into this and see for yourself because it is complicated. And that is the conclusion of Lysithea. Note that I didn't cover everything in this video. I would recommend exploring a bit about Lysithea if you're interested. Anyway, I should probably stop talking. Have a great day, and I'll see you around.